Hello everyone, Firecrest Gaming here and welcome back to another video. We're back for the LMP Championship on F1 2015 for the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. It's mine, Boss MG's and Dark 40's home Grand Prix. We're all going to want to do well. All of us, to be honest, because all of us need points for our own separate reasons. But without any further ado, let's head into this one. And also, a quick note, some of the races we are going to do this season are going to be a 50%ers, and then the one at Abu Dhabi we're planning a 100% race. So yeah, that's why this one's a 50. As we go away now off the line, we're heading down towards the first corner. This can always be a trouble if there's a slow car. There's a slow car in the form of Daniel Kvyat, and another car's just hit me round. I'm spun around. I'm in 19th place, and we haven't even started yet. Great start. Just a great start. The races have gone absolutely appalling in these last four. A bit stuck on Verstappen as well, but not too much to worry about. So as we head on to the end of lap 1 here, there's a car off there, and we overtook Raikkonen there under the yellow flags. But I'm not going to argue too much with that, but what I am going to argue with is, what was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to... Is there any way I could have avoided those yellow flags and not got an illegal overtake apart from gone off the circuit? And now Vettel's having a look at the inside. He managed to cover him though into Stowe, and we're going to have a look at getting Kimi Raikkonen. Hopefully these yellow flags can wear off, and they do perfectly in time. I got the inside of Grosjean as well, and because he broke so early, we've got the illegal overtake on him. We have to give him the position back as well. The yellow flags are coming out at the worst possible time, and I just can't I can't help but go past them. There's nothing I can do. Luckily, though, we're back up to P14. We're past Roman Grosjean. We're past a few cars, actually. And we're right behind Mr. LMP Statistic. Okay, then. This has been an interesting start. This went backwards. Then it went forwards. Then it went backwards again. And now it's going forwards again. Honestly, we're only a lap and a bit into this race. He very easily gets around the outside of Fernando Alonso, and we hopefully can do the same, running up to Copse, down the old pit straight, up the inside, and surely Fernando's going to back out into here. No, he's not. He's not going to back out. No, here we're going. Side by side of LMP's Statistic here. Here we go, up the inside, into Mankins and Beckett's. Who's going to lift? It's Statistic. We're going to hold the position. We're up to P10 already. This has been a great start. Actually, at the end of lap 2. It has been a good start, and now 3 cars ahead. I fancy my chances here. Let's have a look, shall we? What's up for sale? It is Button, Mehi, and Ericsson. Easy 3 targets. However, the game's detection system says otherwise. I lose part of my front wing, and I've got to make a pit stop. That's just great. And also, I forgot to mention at this point, the audio is a tiny bit out of sync on the cars, so that's apologies for that. I don't know what it was. It's just a one-time thing. But hopefully it will be back to normal by the time we get to Hungary. And I say that as we go past Roberto Mehi in the manor. Onto lap 6 as well, so it's been a very long time since we actually found another car. Lap 7, and we've got the lad at his home Grand Prix. Easily done there on lap 7. So moving on now to lap 8, we're going to make our second pit stop of the day. And we're going to go back on, we're going to go onto the prime tyres. Because obviously made the stop on lap 2, took the tyres 6 laps because the tyre wear on Silverstone is atrocious. And it was horrible to deal with. But we're going to go onto the primes, take these as far as we can into the race, and then go back onto the options, I reckon. And then blast it for a few laps. Good pit stop, and we're on our way. So we're on to lap 9 now. We've got a bit of a train of cars ahead. Starting with the youngling, Max Verstappen, got him. And that is Grosjean right around the outside of Mehi. Contact with the back of Grosjean there. Somehow we did not get any damage out of that. I have no idea how, but luck is finally on our side, it seems, as we're going to try and line up Mehi once more. Luckily without 2 other cars surrounding him this time. And clean move up the inside. We've got the move done for P14. And Grosjean maybe into the club section. It's a long way back. No, that's a shame. But here we are on to lap 10. We're trying to get Grosjean very close through turn 2, into 3, up the inside, and there you go. The advantage I do have in the Red Bull, while I lack straight line speed, Obviously, I'm going to be really, really quick around the corners, and the braking is phenomenal with this car. However, Grosjean isn't going to give up that quickly. He's got the Mercedes power. He's having a look. I'm going to block him off a bit. And we hold P13 for the time being. Moving on now, trying to get Fernando Alonso at the end of lap 10, down the hangar straight, up towards Stowe. A lot of people, I believe, at this point are on the option tyres, and I'm on the prime, so I'm a little bit out of sync with everybody else, which is that's what these 50% races. That's what makes these 50% races much more interesting. The fact that there's going to be a lot of different strategies, and it's going to mix things up. As we get up the inside of Daniel Kvyat and Felipe Nasr, a bit of contact with Nasr there, trying not to spin out at this point because we really don't need any more setbacks at this point. Bit of more contact with the rear. Try, please, please, please keep this car intact. Don't damage the car. And here we are, coming up to Brooklands from the Wellington Straight, up the inside, and we've got them moved on now on Felipe Nasr. This is nice progress here, up to on lap 12. And cutting on later, down the hangar straight, and that is Jenson Button. And how's the little dive bomb into Stowe? Not quite. Can we hold it on the outside? No. He had the inside nicely covered there. Actually, quite good defensive work by Jenson. But he left a mild wide gap into the final few corners. And he's just gifted us P9 on a plate. And we had a bit of contact there, but I think there Jenson went for a gap and it closed. Honestly, I think that was Jenson's fault in my opinion. Okay, the yellow flags are out, so what's happened exactly? It's Hamilton! Hamilton's slow! Hamilton's got a problem. Hamilton's definitely in trouble here midway through this race. And it seems though he tangled with LMP statistic. Both of them ended up limping back to the pits. But it's a shame that it's not Rosberg. I really prefer the other Mercedes to be in trouble because Hamilton has actually been nowhere throughout this whole season. He's really struggled for points. Compared to at least Nico. Obviously, the points are coming in Hungary, so they'll all be revealed then. But as it stands, that's what it is. Now for this lap, we got massive. This is the worst lag I ever saw on F1 2015, at least through my personal experiences. Through videos I've seen worse, but this got atrocious for a minute. There was a massive, massive lag spike, and I just couldn't tell where anyone was. It was Dark Gunner 40 and Carlos Sainz who ended up doing this. They were battling quite close on track, but I just couldn't tell where they were. They were just going all over the show. You can see still here. And then they just, what is this? This is an outstanding state of broken. This is terrible. Oh dear, as we cut now onto lap 18, we're going to make our final pit stop hopefully our final pit stop of the day. For the option tyres, we're going to take them to the end. We're currently in P3 actually, so we've had a very good race overall. Perez in front of us has come in as well, so I reckon if I can overtake Perez, then I could get onto the podium here. A podium is a very likely possibility. And no hold-ups at all, out on the options, and it's time to put the hammer down. So we're back out in P8, so we're definitely out in the points, which is a very good sign. And there's Perez, so we definitely want to get him as soon as we can. It's not going to be easy though. He's got the Force India, obviously with the Mercedes power, very, very quick in a straight line. And there's not going to be much I'm going to do in a straight. So just out of cops we get him. That was very close. I think there was another bit of lag then. And now we're going for the Mercedes of Hamilton again. He's recovered from his earlier problem. He's up to P6. We're trying to get him in P7. Running near rear to front wheel here, but up the inside into Stowe. We've got his position. And next up is Felipe Nasr. He peels off into the pit lane. And we gain another position at his expense. So moving on now onto lap 21, setting fastest laps of the race. We are on fire at this point, trying to gain the final few positions we can. Hopefully I'm looking at a podium here if we can get Sebastian Vettel. Just trying to lap Roberto. Mehi! No, 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 no. Oh, I've got a penalty. I cannot believe it. I've ruined it. I've ruined the race. I can't believe I've done that. Let's have another look at that at half speed again. So we're coming up to turn 3. Looking back, the contact was probably my fault. But the fact is, why in the middle of the corner Did the lapped car just stick on the racing line like that? That wasn't on. And the result, regardless, the result was as a 5-second penalty for me and 15th from P4. I am lost for words on that. I've got nothing. But regardless, I'm not someone to stop racing just because that's happening. So we're on fresh options once more, trying to push this car as hard as we can. Bit of a corner cut there, trying to avoid any more contact with a car now. I do not need any more hold-ups at this point, and I mean it now. Forcing our way through Alonso. We are in no mood to hold up for any AI anymore. Going for the move now on Max Verstappen, up the inside, into turn 1. He's gone off the circuit, couldn't care less. Moving on. We've got to try now and just claw those positions back, get back to as good as a position we can, salvage something from the British Grand Prix. So we've got Kimi Raikkonen in P10. That's our gift to points. We have closed up the field very, very quickly. That's just because they're on primes, we're on fresh options. It's just the way it's going, to be honest. So up the inside of him, into P10, hopefully holding out on the exit of Brooklands into Luffield. Yes, we do, running a bit wide, but we can call all that back very easily. Very good work, nice work. Also, the clouds were starting to gather at this point, so I feel as though if this was a longer race at 100%, then maybe this could have rained. However, NASA not make it easy for us to try and call more of these positions. And we get him into Stowe, up the inside into P9 now. But we only have, now as we get later on into the race, we only have two laps remaining. We're going for the move on Sainz, up the inside, bit of contact. Minor bit of a hold up there, it's not going to cost us too much. But we have now cleared the Spaniard in the Toro Rosso. 2 laps to go now. What can we do? Okay, as we move on now to the end of lap 25, things are getting desperate now. Sebastian Vettel made a second to last lap pit stop. There's a tongue twister for you. Fastest lap of the race for us, but we've been gifted up to P7, and we're still got some serious pace in this race. Nico Rosberg wins the Grand Prix again, although Hamilton in trouble, as I believe he tangled again with LMP statistic, and now I'm up to P6. But there's not enough time left in the Grand Prix. Kvyat's going to finish ahead of us, so is LMP statistic, and that is the British Grand Prix. Horrible, horrible disappointment in the end. There's Nico atop, Perez second, Kvyat third, Boss OMG was fourth. Who was? I'm trying to figure out. I think it was. There you go. Lewis Hamilton fifth. Myself was sixth. Statistics seventh. Raikkonen eighth. Sainz in ninth, and NASA rounding off the points in 10th. Could have gone much better, honestly, and I only have myself to blame. So that's going to be the end of that episode. Hopefully, when we come back into Hungary, we can redeem ourselves and get some points on the board. Hopefully. I'll see you then, guys. Goodbye.